loose as hell.
No, the bits.
Oh yeah, yeah, she's done so.
The plan for today was to pack and leave the camp that we'd been staying at for the past couple days. Our plan was to head towards Silverton via Engineer Pass, but before we got on the road, we had some repairs to make. After the 2 trails yesterday, we had a couple of trucks that needed some mechanical attention.
Loose as hell. Oh yeah, yeah, he's done so.
Patch was able to bend his bumper back to a pretty much normal level. And once everybody else had finished their repairs, we left our cozy Walmart parking lot and we hit the road. When we arrived in Silverton on the other side of Engineer Pass, we stopped in town to grab some firewood and then continued on to our campsite. Little did I know that this campsite was probably the highest one that we had camped at so far, and so the temperatures got down to around 40 degrees that night, and I had come prepared with nothing but shorts and t-shirts. Thankfully, Knox decided to make chili that night and was gracious enough to share it with us. I don't think a more perfect bowl of chili has ever existed.
Cheers.
The next morning, Patch and I had a pretty early wake up because my leg of the journey was at an end. My flight was supposed to leave early that morning and we had to give ourselves enough time to get down from our campsite, air up the tires, and get to the airport.
Bye, Patch.
Bye, Elias.
Bye.
Bye, Elias.
Bye, Patch.
Bye, Elias.
Bye.
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 Patch and everybody else continued their trip, and they went all the way to Moab. If you want to see how the rest of the trip turned out, I would definitely suggest checking out Patch's channel if you haven't already. He made his own film about this trip, and I would highly recommend it. Just like that, the trip was over for me, and the whole thing had left me a little speechless. I have a hard time coming up with the right words to describe just how amazing this trip was. Even while editing this video series, I was still in disbelief that this trip was actually real. This whole trip was a dream come true, and I am incredibly grateful that Patch invited me. I'm so thankful that everyone on this trip let me tag along. They showed me a good time, and having everyone there really added to the amount of fun that we had. And of course, thank you, Patch. This is a trip that I will never forget, and I will always cherish the glorious memories that we made while overlanding in Colorado.